Hello friends, welcome back to the Basic Grammar Part 4. I'm very glad to know that many of you consider these videos on basic grammar useful and I receive inspiring feedbacks to come up with new ones. Thank you so much for your support. Dear friends, in the previous session we just discussed about the concept of phrase and clause. So today let's go in deep in the concept of phrase and its types. First of all, we can just recall the idea of a phrase. As we discussed in the previous section, though a phrase is a group of words, it has no subject and a verb, so that it cannot stand alone and convey a complete meaning. But it adds a sort of meaning to the sentence when it is a part of a sentence. Look at the phrases given below. There are three phrases you can see: the girl, in the room, and very beautiful. Neither of these phrases can stand alone and convey complete meaning because they don't have a subject and a verb of their own. But they can add a sort of meaning when they become the part of a sentence. Okay, let's see how they become meaningful when they are in a sentence. Example. The first one is the girl. As we know, it cannot convey complete meaning, but when it is a part of sentence like the girl is so clever. The girl is so clever. Now it has got a meaning. Likewise, I saw a snake in the room and the flower in my garden is very beautiful. I hope you understand. Now we move on to the types of phrases. There are mainly 5 types of phrases: prepositional phrase, noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, and adverbial phrase. Let's see one by one. Dear friends, we shall begin with the concept of noun phrase first of all. Before that, I think we need to get a proper clarification regarding the concept of noun. Then only we will understand what is a noun phrase. Here, the definition of noun is given. Noun is a word by which a person or an animal, a place, thing, quality, etc. is named. In short, we can say noun is a name of a person or an animal or a place or a thing or a quality. It's just a word only. Remember the main idea, it's just a word only by which a person or animal or a place or thing or quality is named. That means it's a word used to name a person or animal, a place, thing or quality. Well, now we look at the concept of noun phrase. Noun phrase is a group of words acting like a noun, whereas a noun is a single word. So it is the main difference between a noun and a noun phrase. A noun is a single word, but a noun phrase is a group of words which does the same function of a noun, that is to name a person, an animal, place, thing or a quality. And one more thing, a noun phrase is either the subject or the object of the verb in a sentence. Dear friends, look at the examples given here. The first one, 2 books. Here, books is a noun. Of course, it is a plural noun, books. But when we say 2 books, it is a noun phrase because there are a group of words, 2 books. I hope it is clear to you. Second one, much money. Here, money is a noun, but when we say much money, it becomes a noun phrase because there is a group of words that does the same function of a noun, much money. And the third example, the beautiful woman who teaches English. Here, woman is a head word, but when we say the beautiful woman who teaches English, it becomes a part of a noun phrase because all those words together functions like a noun. The beautiful woman who teaches English, but woman is the head of the word. And the second last one, the man standing there. Here, man is the head word, but the man standing there is a noun phrase because there is a group of words. The last one, the students in the class. Here students is a noun, but the students in the class is a noun phrase. Let's refresh the idea noun and a noun phrase once again. Noun is a single word. It is used to name a person or a thing or an object or a place or a quality. Whereas noun phrase is a group of words. Okay, that does the same function of a noun, just to name a person or a thing or an object or a place or a quality. A noun phrase is always either the subject or the object of the verb in a sentence. Here the example, Fleck forgot Zizi's birthday. Yeah, Fleck is a noun. Fleck is a person, is a noun, but Zizi's birthday is a noun phrase. Okay, Zizi's birthday is a noun phrase. Here it becomes the object of the verb in the sentence. Here verb is forgot. Now let's see some more examples of a noun phrase. Here 4 examples are given here. Let's see first one. He was wearing a black linen shirt. Here a black linen shirt is a noun phrase. The second one, lived in a small tidy cottage. Here in this sentence a small tidy cottage is a noun phrase. The third one, the black car got topped. In the third sentence, the black car is a noun phrase. In the last one, Alex rode her all bicycle to their shiny new school. In this sentence, there are two noun phrases. The first one, a all bicycle, and the second one, shiny new school. Dear friends, now we move on to the second type of phrase, that is adjective phrase. Before that, let's clarify the idea adjective first of all. Look at the definition given here. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. In other words, we can say an adjective is a word that qualifies as a noun or a pronoun. Or adjective is a word that says something about the noun. Okay, an adjective is a word that says something about the noun or a pronoun here. So example given here, Jane is a clever girl. Here clever is an adjective and it describes Jane. So if we ask this question, what type of girl is Jane? Okay, so we will get the answer, Jane is a clever girl. Jane is a clever girl. So clever is adjective here because that particular word clever that describes the quality of Jane or the feature of Jane, that is she is clever. Dear friends, now look at the definition of an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is a group of words that describe a noun or pronoun in a sentence. I hope you got the meaning. An adjective phrase is a group of words that describe a noun or pronoun in a sentence. See, what is the difference between an adjective and adjective phrase? There is only one difference. In adjective, there is only one word. But in adjective phrase, there is a group of words. But both do the same function. To describe a noun or a pronoun, or to qualify a noun or a pronoun. I hope the idea is very clear to you. An adjective phrase is a group of words, but an adjective is a single word. But both do the same function, that to just describe a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Dear friends, now we can go through two examples and see how an adjective phrase does work. In the first example, a reporter from the New York Times questioned the president. Here, a reporter, of course, is a noun. From the New York Times is the adjective phrase. From the New York Times, a group of words, but that speaks something about the noun a reporter. Or we can say, if we ask this question, where does a reporter come from? Where does a reporter come from? We will get the answer. The reporter comes from the New York Times. That means from the New York Times is a group of words that speaks something about the reporter or that describes the quality of the reporter, that the reporter comes from New York Times. I hope it is clear to you. Let's take the next example from here. The girl with the hat is my cousin. Here the highlighted words with the hat. Of course, they together make the adjective phrase because that speaks something about the girl who is my cousin. So if I ask this question, who is my cousin? My cousin is the girl with the hat. So here with the hat, these words describe something about the girl who is my cousin. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, the second one, the student from CHS know Mrs. Eller. Students from CHS know Mrs. Eller. Here, the specialty of students, they are from CHS. Okay, that means from CHS is the adjective phrase that speaks something about the students. In the third example, on the cart is the adjective phrase because those words speak something about my favorite books. So if you ask in this context, which are my favorite books? I will say the books on the cart. So on the cart, an adjective phrase that particularizes my favorite books. Dear friends, some more example of adjective phrases given here. I suggest you, recalling all the points that we discussed today, try to understand how those underlined words become an adjective phrase in each sentence. For the time being, let me stop here today's session. Friends, we will continue with the other types of phrase in the next session. So keep on watching my videos and share your feedbacks. Goodbye and have a nice day.